The complaint narrates an incident where the petitioners accused 1, 2, and 3, 1 and 2, overtake the vehicle of the complainant, the judicial officer, who was traveling in her private car with her husband. The overtaking happens by the petitioners 1 and 2 on their two-wheeler. It transpires that the ego of the judicial officer or her husband is hurt. They chase the vehicle, i.e. the two-wheeler, from their car, the Innova, and stop them and get down to a squabble. The squabble is captured on the CCTV. This court has viewed the footage of the CCTV, which involves the judicial officer with her husband indulging in quarrel. The issue is whether this could become the so-and-so. The learned SPP submits that who were traveling in the two-wheeler were only petitioners 1 and 2, accused 1 and 2. But at the behest of the judicial officer, the accused number 3, P. Venkatesh, who is 70 years old, is also taken into custody. It is surprising as to how, in the offences so laid against these petitioners, they were taken into custody. Merely because the complainant was a judicial officer, it would not mean that the citizens are treated in the manner at the dictate of the said judicial officer. A perusal at the video or video that is now circulated in the social media would clearly indicate that the judicial officer has behaved in a manner totally unbecoming of the office that she holds. As the office of the judge or a judicial officer is not one that can be donned within the precincts of the courtroom, precincts of the courtroom and to be discarded at the threshold of the courtroom. Judicial office is a continuing public trust. It is not inside the courtroom, but it is outside behavior outside the courtroom that would erode the confidence of the public or sustain the confidence of the public. Every act thus of a judicial officer in the discharge of judicial duties is not confined to the four walls of the court hall, but travels beyond the court hall when the interaction happens with the public. If the video is noticed, it prima facie clearly indicates that it is wholly unbecoming of a judicial officer to get down from the car, indulge in a quarrel with a common man who only did the crime of overtaking the car of a judicial officer, overtaking the car of the judicial officer and asking the car to travel slow because they were traveling on a two-wheeler. If this has enraged or hurt the ego of the judicial officer, nothing can become a classic illustration of abuse of the office of the judicial officer. Therefore, there shall be an interim order of stay of further investigation with these petitioners, while the act of this judicial officer must be placed before the Honorable Chief Justice for further action. The registry is directed to place this order before the Honorable Chief Justice for further action against the judicial officer.